finally, for the first time in almost 5 years of doing boys Bible study, we finally were called out directly.
Yeah.
For what we do in one of these movies.
I didn't think of it that way.
I could not believe this. It blew my mind. So like this is what I want to see more of in Christian films. Hey, this film was made in 2022. Maybe he was inspired by Boys Bible Study when he wrote this movie.
That's so true. When did we do the first Tim Chey movie?
I
Probably
don't remember.
before that.
It could have been.
I mean, he's
Suing the
got to have
Devil?
fucking Google alerts on his name, and we're probably one of the only times that that klaxon goes off in his house.
We have spent. I'm sure we're not the only like bad Christian movie podcast to like talk about his movies, but we have to be. I haven't listened to much. I got to be honest, but we have to be the most obsessed with Tim Chey as a person. Like we've spent hours writing fan fiction about what he thinks and what he does. So apologies to the man, but like he leaves so many clues. He's like the Zodiac Killer. He leaves so many clues, or the Founding Fathers. He leaves so many clues. But the thing in this movie, they, as Julian already said, Shane Badman and his wife are leaving a movie theater where they saw a subpar Christian movie, and Shane Badman is saying, "Oh, that movie was so." I don't remember the exact quote, but he's saying like, "Oh, that movie was so bad. The special effects were terrible. The acting was bad." And his wife says, "But it was an inspiring Christian movie. It probably brought so many people to Christ."
That was a deeply moving and insightful film.
Seriously? That was a terrible movie, Hannah.
Why?
The acting was bad, the special effects were horrible, it was low budget, you could tell that all the way.
Well, some of that may be true, but it's still winning people to Christ, Shane.
It's so preachy, too. I hate Christian films. Why do those punks always have to play that stupid loud music? This planet is just so overpopulated with such worthless little idiots. Why do you have to do that? Can't they play some Mozart or something?
Hey! Didn't the Bible say to love your neighbor?
And I've never actually heard an argument for bad Christian movies in a bad Christian movie before.
Yep. Very self-aware moment.
A really self-aware moment. So I want to ask myself, and I want to ask, both of you, Scott and Julian, like, is it enough that a Tim Chey movie brings people to Christ? By the way, I'm sure that so many people have been brought to Christ because of watching The Firing Squad. I'm sure everyone in our theater was saved as a result of seeing that movie.
Right.
But
because of suing the devil.
Because of suing the devil. So what I want to know is it enough for a Christian movie to have a good message? Does that excuse the movie having bad acting and bad special effects?
I think so.
Interesting.
I mean,
This guy's working on a shoestring, but at the end of the day, he's a DIY filmmaker,
well, that's
yeah,
true. That's true.
for
which
sure.
we celebrate.
Yeah. Yeah, I
and
disagree with her response. She should have been like, yeah, that's what's good about it. I thought we were on the same page here.
She should have said, well, don't you support the DIY scene?
Yeah.
Well, here's
Right.
my argument. I mean, I'm definitely biased toward DIY movies, and I really like them, and I would prefer to watch a so-called, I mean, shitty is in the eye of the beholder, but I'd prefer to watch a so-called shitty DIY movie than a shitty fucking Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
That has like $80 billion budget.
Absolutely.
But what my argument, and what I think not the only thing, but part of what we do in the podcast is we're asking Christian filmmakers, do more, aspire to more. Yeah, you're on a DIY budget, but like you can make a great movie. You can make an inspiring movie that doesn't just settle into the same old stupid tropes that all the other Christian movies do.
Yeah.
Make something new. I feel like our podcast every week, we're daring a Christian movie director to come out of the shadows and make something that we're just like, oh my God, I've never seen a movie like that before. And sometimes they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.